Another daily tip from Wolfe Realty. This video, we're going to talk about modular versus manufactured. So in the housing world of manufactured housing, there is modular homes as well, and there's so much confusion around those two that I figured it'd be great today to dive in and talk about that. Modular homes are very much configured in a way that they are built and brought in typically in pieces and removed off of a metal frame, or built more like a kit home where certain portions of the house are already designed and manufactured so that they are set up on the site. They are typically very much compared to a stick-built home. They appraise as a stick-built home. They are also dealt with in the world of lending as a stick-built home because they are already affixed to the property. They can no longer be moved off of that property. Appraisals are typically comparables to stick-built homes. And if you go into the basement or you look under the home, typically there's no iron rails or maybe like steel, supports that come up to the outside of the house. And so where a manufactured home would have beams running and then there would be metal coming out to support that. I hope that makes sense. Overall, a modular home does not have a title and it is very much considered affixed, okay? So now let's dive off into manufactured housing. Manufactured housing, mobile homes, single wides, double wides, things of that nature, they come with a title. They are built to HUD code and they are all built internally in a facility, okay? So typically a lot of people consider these in the industry to be superior standards because they are built to that HUD code. They are built in a controlled environment. They're not out in the weather. They are not being exposed to the climate, to the rain, the temperatures, things of that nature. So very much a controlled build. Also with manufactured homes, going back to the title, this is typically handled through the Department of Motor Vehicles. And so there will be title with the property, and an owner, once that property has that manufactured home set on there, a lot of lenders now in the state of Missouri are calling for an affixation certificate. An affixation certificate is recorded through the recorder of deeds, and it goes through a certain process where the seller essentially surrenders the title to the state of Missouri, and that property is now affixed to that real estate. Now, not all homes are asphyxiated, and so if your lender or your buyer says, I want this asphyxiated to this property, you would have to touch base with your title company and have them verify if in fact that document has been recorded at the recorder of deeds. Okay, also let's talk about the fact that financing can look different for manufactured homes. Appraisals are only able to compare a manufactured home against another manufactured home. It cannot compare a site-built home to a manufactured home. On that, again, the lender may have more requirements because typically they're looking for a larger down payment, a stronger buyer, things of that nature. If you find that you get a contract as a listing agent and you have a manufactured home, you want to make sure you look at that process a little bit differently with your seller. You might want to call the lender and verify that the lender is aware that it's manufactured home and what requirements they're placing on the buyer, and have they had that conversation with the buyer. So just a little bit of information there. If you've got any other experiences, please put them below about manufactured homes, modulars. We'd love to hear from that and grow from each other throughout these videos. And this will also be uploaded in the agent kit for replays in the future in case you need to come back to this information. So have a wonderful day. Thank you.